Yo, what up, though? Hope all is well with you and yours. I just want to make sure that we are into recording. I have Spirit Speaker on and it's saying strange. So, strange. This love is strange. Love is strange. Some cards already came out. All right. You have a 6, the 6 of Pentacles. You also have the 2 of Cups. We are in Leo season. And then it said whatever. So looks like somebody got some whatever attitude right now. And it started off with interest. So I think this whatever is going to come with some interest. So, and you also have the 7 of Wands. Okay. Anytime you're dealing with the Wands, you are dealing with your fire energy, and then Cups is water, and then also you have your Pentacles here, which deals with your earth element. Okay, so I see someone here who has done some traveling in their life. I see someone here who's maybe got some big arms. They have like huge arms, like they're muscular. They could be a muscular type of person. I see someone who also focuses on their success, their self-success more than they do anything else. Notice that her hand is on the coin. She's kind of just, she has a nest going. She has some type of security, some type of where she feels like she's saving up for something special, because there are some type of festivities going in the way here. Please pay attention to this scepter here as well too. Just a reminder that it might be time for your annual. It might be time to do your yearly medical checkup as well too. The 2 snakes that fight each other. There could be somebody here too that's also playing both sides of the polarity. Some things are just black and white. You don't need all that extra stuff. But somebody is coming into union here. They're going to finally, maybe they've been saving long enough. Again, this person looks like they've been traveling, maybe going from state to state. They probably haven't seen their brother in a long time, maybe haven't seen their significant other in a while. But something is coming into union. There's going to be some type of celebration, because they are coming together here. And that's with your 2 of Cups. Okay, just make sure that both of you guys' glasses are full. And if you are walking away from another relationship, just make sure that before you come into this relationship, that you have both healed, because you don't want to bring in your old problems into this new situation as well too. This is the King of Wands, and again, with the Wands, it's fire energy. Like, this man is on fire. Like, he's good looking. He's probably used to having his own shit. With the King, anytime you see the King, of course, and then also it's also dealing with the Magician. Someone playing with magic as well too. You have the Wheel of Fortune. It's like this person is just going to turn your world completely upside down. Overall energy, again, with the Hangman, that's just affirmation, saying that there's somebody here that's just turned your world. The first thing I seen was the Devil here, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn as well too. Someone's taking notes. They've done their research. They have, maybe keeping in communication with this person that they have in mind as well too. They could also be into art, like artwork, because here I see the ART. It stands out to me. Also, again, just a reminder, some things are just black and white. It doesn't need all that excessiveness. It doesn't need all that extra shit, is what I'm really trying to say. This person is kind of like battling with some type of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 different situations at one good time. But they're still fighting back. They're not letting go. Again, you have the King of Wands here. Let's clarify with the King of Wands, see why the King of Wands is here. But this person is like, be playing with magic. They could be playing with magic. They be careful, because it's like once they're done disposing with you, once they're done with you, they see that they can't win with you, or they've already played all their tricks on you, and you just got to be smarter than that right now. This could be a friendship that maybe they're, again, a reminder to call on strength and your angels as well too. When you see the lion's head here with the wings, this could also be a person, again, a friend maybe they haven't seen in a while, but they're just kind of doing things on their own. Again, money vibes, like there's some money vibes here. Maybe you're just taking the time to focus on yourself, catch the sun, laughing at jokes, maybe going out, having a good time. So maybe life has been beating you up a little bit, so you just kind of trying to treat yourself. And if you are in a relationship and you notice that people do something with themselves, like say, paint their fingernails or go get eyelashes or change their hair or something, you should definitely acknowledge that, because if somebody does something to make themselves feel better, that's something that they probably need, that's building up their self-esteem. So just kind of acknowledge and say, baby, I noticed that you changed a little bit here, and recognize them for them changes, okay? Because most likely they're not just doing it for themselves, they're trying to keep up their appearance for their loved one as well too. And here we go, we have this 7, but I think you're dealing with the 7 of Wands is fire energy, but whatever they can do just to keep the flame lit, also you have the Father of Swords, but somebody is being very sneaky in this situation. You also have the 8 of Swords here, so you could be dealing with somebody in the air element, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. So again, like, pay attention to that. And when I see it, I see the sword, but I also see the cocoon. Like, this is someone who's been built. They have to be strong. Like, every time that life challenges them, it's probably getting harder and harder for them. They could be a light worker, somebody who's a light worker, and there are shitty people out there. We just like to try to talk about, the light workers, the grid workers, those empaths who are trying to do good in other people's life, because it's like those shitty people, what happens is sometimes we kind of give them the crown. We kind of knight them. We kind of say, this is the good guy, when really this is not the good guy, or this is not the good woman. She's not a good woman. She's very conniving. She's doing sneaky stuff. There is somebody here. You could also, an owl could be a spirit animal. So if you haven't ever seen an owl, I feel like here too, kind of get the information on the spirit animal as an owl, because this owl's bringing wisdom into this situation. It's like, only take sound advice, only take that which is gut instinct on this. But then again, I do have the energy here that somebody's just kind of doing their own thing as well too. Like, they're inside their cocoon, and even though they're aware of their surroundings and all that stuff that's going on the outside world, they're really not preoccupied with those type of thoughts. Like, it's very easy to get stuck in those low vibes and stay in those low vibes. So again, inviting sun into your life, inviting those things that can bring your vibes back up, okay? But again, there's going to be, to me, a strange turn of events in this situation with the Wheel of Fortune, because I do feel like there is some type of deceit going, and then this fire energy is just inviting you to bring light into this situation as well too. You have the Daughter of Wands at the bottom. So again, with the owl here and also the snake, again, it's like calling on wisdom to be very persistent okay, until you can get in a situation where you feel comfortable with yourself and this person as well too. Okay, so let me just kind of turn those cards around, and you just kind of look at them the way that you need to look at them. There's lots of yellow here, so like school's going to be starting up here pretty soon. It's not going to be not too much longer. So again, you might be finding more time for yourself, to do some of those things and to grab onto some of those achievements that you're wanting to see in your life, as far as success, love, and relationship as well too. I do see the Three of Wands here, but this situation is a triangular situation. Like, you're caught up in a triangle. Um, I feel like it's like this. There's a man that's got two women or three women possibly, and or two sisters, maybe two sisters, kind of in a way, like they're just kind of like making them antagonize where these women would normally get along, but for some reason they're not getting along, because there's somebody stuck in this situation, or this is somebody who really does not know what to do, and that does happen. That's why we go to the cards, because sometimes absolutely we do not know what to do. So that's why we call on spirit, and we invite our angels, and we call on our spirit guides to help us, especially those that have been in this situation before or lived a little bit longer than us, or those people that experienced a lot in life, because there are new things in life. There are surprises that come with life, but in this situation, this person really don't know what to do. They could be caught up between two loves. They truly really love one person and they love the other person. Again, spirit speaker just said altar, so I really think there's somebody here that's playing with magic. They got tied up with it. It's not working for them, or it came back to them in a way, because remember, there's laws to everything, and if you play with magic, you're gonna get magic. So a lot of times they believe in the magic, but the magic itself, like, is gonna work the way that magic works. Okay. And maybe this person's not into magic, so they really don't see what is going on. But again, maybe altar too could mean it's time to clean your altar. It's time to get a new spiritual cleansing across your cards. If you do tarot readings, of any of, if you have any of those type of rituals, or your altar at home, or your shroud, or whatever it is that you have candles burning, or think your own sacred space. I think everybody should have their own sacred space. But again, this is like somebody who's involved with two or three more people. Okay, so they could be out there dating. Again, this, to me, on this energy, on this card, is there's gonna be some answers, but in a way that there's going to be answers, it's going to kind of just, again, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just seem like there's some changes, and there's like 6 different situations that you're dealing with at one time right now. But again, it's going to come down to that decision making. You're going to either consider this person's feelings, or you're going to consider your own. You can't keep on saying like this person's a good person, and because that's not really what it's about. It's about being a good person, but being whole as well too. Like, being whole. Again, if you're moving into a new relationship, just make sure that both of you have healed, that they don't have any exes lingering around. I know sometimes we do have those exes that are not going to go anywhere. They're always going to be in a picture. For instance, like your baby father or your baby mother. Those are the type of situations that you'll always have to deal with, and you might not be with your the kids' parents any longer. But then again, it might be time to let go, and or give this person an ultimatum. Like, let them know, like, it's either me or these other people, if that's what makes you happy. It's what brings joy to your life, because obviously some of these things that are happening is not bringing you too much happiness into the picture at this time, and maybe that's why you're just kind of off into your own world here, okay, with this Wheel of Fortune. But then again, stay focused on those things, on those investments in your life, those things which are going to have interest. Okay. And remember what is important to invest in, and that's the kind of return that you want to see. Okay. You do have the Hero font. This is the most difficult card. So this is why it's very important to also to call on your angels and call on strength. With this line here, we are in Leo season. Okay, so the crow is standing on the key, but for some reason, because right now this could be the Charon, this could be the wounded healer, the star alignment. We are dealing with some type of retrograde. We are in the North Node, and when you're dealing with the North Node, it's those air, not just air element that points up, but also fire that points up. And Leo is in fire energy. So, but again, like with this key, they're holding on to the key tightly. There's some things that this person does not want you to see about them. They do not, like, they're holding on too tightly to their past. They're holding on too tightly. But with this lightning rod, again, I think this is inviting that light and love. Also as well too, is like getting your perspective on things. So there's like a lot of rainy days. There's like a lot of cloudy days here. And then also this is a crow. So you could have gotten into some trouble with this person. Like a lot of times they say don't pay attention to the crows, because what happens is a lot of these other animals won't come around. A lot of birds won't come around if they know that crow's in the yard. So you could be missing out on a friend. You could be missing out on a great business partnership. You could be missing out on something just because you have this person in your life. Now, with this Hierophant, please pay attention and try to do your research on the Hierophant, because again, it's like one of the most difficult cards to read, and you just really have to know the energy. And you guys are pretty good at that danger. So yeah, you could find yourself in a dangerous situation. You don't want to be a grown ass woman or a grown ass man out there fighting, your family members, your friends, or whatever, or just making a scene at your job. Like, that would be so embarrassing, and try to stay away from those type of things, okay? But those are two of the tarot deck. Let's go ahead and pull some moon messages, since we are talking about those star conjunctions that's going on right now in astrology. So let's go ahead and pull out some moon messages, and then I guess I'll pull out some numbers. But you guys, again, a reminder, not everything is always in black and white, but there are a lot of things that are black and white, okay? So again, it's time to make that choice. But with that 8 as well too, you're gonna have to stay solid, and you're just gonna have to call on that strength. If you don't have that strength, again, just, that's okay, because it takes a lot just to get through your day every day. It takes a lot. You get up, you make breakfast, you make coffee, you got to get ready, you got to get out the door, the kids have got to be okay, and then now with school starting, it's going to be even more crazier. So it's like, but then again, but don't allow this person to play both sides of the fence on you, okay? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just don't get involved in it. I did see the movies have a way of turning these situations to seem funny, but again, it's not, because a lot of times these people are left with feelings that are unanswered. There's things that they want to say to each other, like I miss you, I love you, but in a way they don't have a place, because that person hasn't really allowed much space for them. They haven't allowed much room for communication to happen, okay? So I think this is a person who's just kind of keeping their feelings intact, but also like maybe writing down a lot how they feel, or they could be into music or poetry and things, those type of works, okay? So maybe a lot of planning's going on. Maybe you're planning certain things, and that's good too when you do have that time to yourself as well too, because here it's saying that by the new moon in Capricorn, your hard work will be paying off. Okay, so don't let your past hold you back. Okay, I think we mentioned a little bit like that, like somebody has something going on in their past, they're not letting go, they're bringing all those problems and those people into this relationship. I feel like that's what's happening here. It says nothing is yet set in stone. So again, like, it might be time for a new cycle to begin. This is a mutable moon. So again, we do have those mutable signs. Just because you're in the earth, air, water, or fire element does not mean that you're set in one specific the mutable sign, but just remember that those mutable signs are our connectors. They're the ones who connect everything. So you will be able to make this connection, I feel like, but nothing is set in stone. So don't feel like, okay, well, maybe I've already jumped in bed with this person. Maybe I've already jumped into a relationship and you just don't know what to do because you might really love them. And sometimes like we'll just allow ourselves for life to beat us up just because we love some person. And again, like going back to those feelings of like, there are shitty people, and it's like, it doesn't matter how good of a person you are, it doesn't matter how big of a heart you have, those people will just be shitty people, and we do try to work on them. But again, we shouldn't say, okay, well, here, not pay attention to somebody who could actually be decent in your life versus somebody that you always have to constantly feel like, you're putting them in the light. You're putting them in a better situation than what they really are. You don't want to ever give somebody false hope as well too. But end of a tough cycle approaches. So I feel like you'll be able to make this decision. It won't be an easy decision to move forward, but I do feel like you'll be smarter than that. You'll get yourself out of this situation some way, somehow. I feel like, okay, so just don't let your past hold you back. So maybe those same things that you've always done is not going to work. And now this time it's like time to put one foot in front of the other and move a different direction. Okay. So you have a time to give rather than take. So again, this is how I feel like you, instead of just giving, in another way, I feel like it's just like, it's time, instead of giving everything you got to that person, it's time to like just fill your own cup, to start putting in that, like every time they dish you or every time they make you feel a certain type of way, then go out and about and do something nice for yourself as well too. Okay. Whatever this could be work, relationship, in love, or whatever that case might be. Okay. So it says, what do you need to release? So that's a really good question. So in this situation, that would be the negativity. You're trying to release those negative thoughts, those negative fears, those low vibes. You're trying to get yourself out of that situation. You are focusing on yourself. You need to release. You probably need to cry. You probably need to let some tears out. Again, there are different ways to release. A perfect time to, if you are writing down your intentions, you're seeing what your intentions are. By the time of the full moon, you can just go ahead and just kind of burn those intentions, because of course by the time the new moon happens, you're going to be setting new intentions for yourself. Because again, if you are a light worker, if you are a grid worker, if you're one of those type of people, the universe is always going to acknowledge you for the strength that you have built. And so therefore you might have a tougher task at hand each time, but that's okay, because that's how you know that you are needed. The universe needs you. As well too, the universe is supporting you because they feel like they can hand this job over to you, and that you are doing well. You're taking care of what you need to be taken care of as far as business goes, universal business. All right. So what do you need to release? Again, keep asking yourself this question. It could be releasing an ex, just releasing some of those past feelings as well too. But just remember that you are good enough. Okay. So a lot of times what happens is people get caught up in these feelings. They get caught up in these cycles. And it gets to the point where you kind of almost want to hurt that other person, but in the long run, it ends up kind of just hurting you, or you kind of just want to explode. But in the end, it just kind of just hurts you. So again, but saying like you are good enough, you need to realize that. Don't go out hurting somebody. Don't go out hurting yourself neither. And that too, like, that's so important. Like, you have to realize that you are good enough. So I want you to be encouraged if you are into those types of work, where you feel like that, we're all helping each other along the way and we're all learning from each other. If you're into those type of career fields, or just that is your life. That is your life. That's what you feel like your life purpose is here. And that even though all these kind of things can just kind of, again, you got like 6 different things going on right now. And then when it gets kind of crazy, like you start second questioning yourself, don't ever allow another person for you to second question yourself. Of course, we assume wrong sometimes, but then again, like, you're going to do what you want to do. But then again, that's why we come to the cards. We come to, the good book. We come to our beliefs. We come to our faith to help us get out of these certain type of situations, because we don't want to get stuck, in a toxic environment, a toxic situation, and then it's really influencing who we are ourselves. So just a friendly reminder from me to you that you are good enough, okay? Let's go ahead and pull out some numbers. I think we need to pull out Gypsy Witch. You guys, have you been watching the sunrise or the sunset? Please put some pictures in the comment section or something. Let me see what you've been taking pictures of. I see some beautiful moons here. We got Capricorn on the board. We have mutable signs. We had the North Node going on, but we also had the South Node. We also have Virgo on the board. Lots of Virgo energy. Let's pull out some numbers. So 6 again is a number of balance, and everybody's like, well, what's balance? It means coming to the scales, like just like when life comes to an end and you roll in there and you're at the door, you're at the door and you're at your scales. What you've put in, what have you put in here, and what have you put in here? Going back to this, how much good have you done? How much bad have you done? How many times did you have to turn your back? And don't think for a second that your angels don't know what's going on, because angels are people of God, okay? And they do know what's going on, okay? But then again, you have free will, so you can make these decisions on your own. Even sometimes, like a lot of times, we feel like the ones that have passed away, sometimes we don't feel like those people are with us, but again, they're going to allow you to live your life the way that your life is meant to be lived, and they're not going to get involved, but they're always with you in heart. So remember that as well too, is they will send you loving messages. It's sometimes that when you least expect it or when you really need it, okay? So just don't think for 1 second that your presence in someone's life doesn't make a difference, because it really does, okay? And sometimes it is so freaking hard to let go, especially if you've been in this relationship for a long time, but then again, it's kind of scary, starting something new, even moving somewhere new. Sometimes it can be very scary. You don't know who you're gonna know, but then that's probably exactly what you need. Maybe get to a place where you can not start over, you guys, but continue your life somewhere else, okay? You're getting too old to just be starting over and over again, okay? It's the end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, so you do have 6. 6 is also kind of like warning you about those changes that are going to happen. But nothing's going to change if you don't change it. If you like it, the situation where it's at, then leave it there. So I've seen 3, 8. So check your angel messages. Check your willow tree is a really good place if you want to understand what 888, and then 2 again. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 is actually 24. So again, there's lots of things that have 20. There's 24 hours in a day. You could be 24 years old. Again, there's 24 time zones around the world. There's a lot of things that the 24, the number represents. There's a NASCAR driver that has a car that's 24. But again, 2 plus 4 is 6. So again, you do have 2 6s here. And when it comes down to it, like, you could have your soul path number be 3. Okay. So just kind of pay attention to those numbers. You really have to break them down, and they have meaning in your life. But a lot of strong 8s here and a lot of strong 6s as well too. And then again, another 6. Again, this person, I think, so 8 plus 6 is 14. When I see 14, it always makes me think about brotherhood. It makes me think about your brother or your sister. There's a sibling that you miss here. And I think that y'all are going to finally be able, maybe they're like all the way in California, and maybe you're all the way in Massachusetts somewhere or something. And y'all going to just kind of meet up and finally get to spend some time with some good quality time with each other, is how this feels here to me. And that's probably what you need. If you feel like you're getting involved in these stagnant situations, then maybe that's all you need. You just need a little bit of time with your family member. You need a little bit of time, with your brother, your sister, somebody that you grew up with, that you have your best memories with. Okay. Because Again, okay, with the Ace of Spades, so this is the natural cycle of creation here. So like we start out with birth and things come to an end with death. Okay, so sometimes when you see this Ace of Spades, it's like the death card. So those, again, I think that's that end of that cycle coming to an end. Again, this person could also be your Ace of Spades. That's how I feel like about my brothers. Like, they're my Ace of Spades. So again, that's why I feel like that's what this means. And then again, if you are able to heal, and if this is your energy here, and this is a person that you are coming into union with, this person is a potential soulmate, a potential soul partner. That's beautiful with that Two of Hearts there. I don't know how long the reading is, because what is time? Okay, so I just want to read the cards for what the cards really say. But again, it's saying you better find that balance in your situation before you like everything just get thrown out of proportion. All right. And then this is why I'm just going to go ahead and pull a mindful card, because I do feel like somebody is like, they're just kind of doing things on their own. They're dealing with this situation on their own. They don't know who they can talk to or who they can turn to, with this Wheel of Fortune card here too. But Wheel of Fortune is in the major arcana, and it is a card that you do want to see on there. Okay. And it's also inviting some religious practices as well too. Someone could be Jewish. Someone could be into those type of faiths. But again, another triangle too. So again, I think either you're being a player or this person, or you're getting played, and they're doing it behind your back, and that's not cool. Or you can see it for yourself, but you see more than what they're just telling you. Okay. So bribe, again, there's some type of trickery here. It's telling you to be mindful, and it's saying chin check pretty much. Okay, don't sell yourself short. Strive for a healthier and a happier life. We did say that. But here it says, we try to do the opposite so more people can benefit. We cannot do this alone. We need support from people who like us for ourselves, I should say, because this is from Amazon. Amazon is doing some advertising here. But yeah, we love reading each and every one of them. But that's saying leave a review. Oh, could you just imagine, like, if you got out of a relationship and you had to leave a review about that person? That would be something. Maybe somebody can start that. Like, okay, this person, or this person, yes. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it says the M&M gang. I guess that's what it's about. Who can you share your bag of M&Ms with? But yeah, guys, this is a pretty good reading. I like it. I just don't want to just stop the reading now, because like I've still had this energy. Sometimes, like, again, you just have to kind of sit with it, try to figure shit out for yourself. Please pay attention to the pictures you see in the cards. Sometimes these cards right here themselves, the star cards, colors stick out. So a lot of times, if you haven't found your soulmate, whatever color you might have on, or whatever color you see in the card, it might be what your soul partner might have on. So pay attention to those type of things as well too, okay? All right, what do we have? It says the bear is a sign of successful speculation. So this person has been doing their homework. This person, whatever it was that you were thinking that was really going on, and they try to make you sound crazy, and they try to make you feel like that wasn't really going on. They were still lying. They were still deceiving. Whatever you've been speculating, like you Papa Bear, you Mama Bear, like, shit's about to get rough here. And if they don't come to their senses, if they don't come to the truth, you're going to be leaving their butts. Okay? But you guys, don't fall into this deception. You see what's going on here, okay? All right. So that looks good. And Gypsy Witch said, that's it. You are right. You are on the right path. Whatever that thinking is, you know the truth about yourself. So you feel like right here at the bottom of here, we have Fox. Again, it's time to fuck off. Go out, have a one night stand. See how they feel about it. Go out and do something crazy. But don't do something where you're going to go out there and hurt yourself. Don't go out there, like, again, like, so a lot of times we'll try to hurt that person. We don't want to hurt other people. We don't want to do that. What it's saying is just find those things that bring you more joy to your life, more happiness. And we already said that. We established that. Because, and too, like, even in our first relationships, our very first, your new love, your first love, that stuff carries on with you throughout your other relationships. You kind of remember that stuff. I mean, we kind of grew up and figured, hey, that's not how every relationship is going to be. But that stuff does get carried on with you, So Mars, okay. From what I learned from my intuitive, the reader that I watch on Howcast, she explained to me that Mars, okay, is not just a planet, but this is also dealing with the material realm. Okay, so you have 17, so it's equal to 8. So I do think that you will find the balance in this situation. Again, with this particular situation, you are fighting 6 different things. So again, that's what this 6 right here, I think, is representing, that you are dealing with 6 strong, mighty things, and it's gonna really shape you in your life. But as a reminder, you do have the King of Wands here. You do have the 9 of Pentacles as well too. But again, with that 9, watch out for those 9s. It's just saying you might need some time off. You might need to take a break. You might need to venture out a little while. Okay? Don't let this person leave you with your world upside down. Nothing is set in stone. But there are things that are very much just in black and white. It can be red, okay? But also dealing with Mars too. Like, again, that's just like your material realm. There's somebody who's kind of being the pot stirrer in this situation. They're getting shit started. It's pettiness, really, if you think about it. But again, like, with this romantic relationship, I think somebody is being played, or they're getting played with all these triangular situations that I see in here. Okay. But you could be dealing with someone who has Mars in their astral chart as well too, like Scorpio. Scorpio is also water energy as well too. The cups is water energy. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And then Gemini. So Gemini is in the air. So you could be dealing with the Gemini. And again, the warning, see how you see 2 people like this. Sometimes they give you the face that they want you to see, and sometimes they hide, they hold back. Then again, this could be your energy. You could be Gemini. You could be in the air element as well too. But you guys, another 2 here. So again, this soulmate, this person is coming into your life as well too. It's just going to be like just you and them, and it's going to be way better than you ever thought. I feel like it's got to be at least somewhat better than this situation here, where you're getting caught up between another man, another woman, or whatever it is that's going on here. Okay, so I think that will conclude our reading for today. I hope that you guys have been doing well. Aquarius is at the bottom. So again, that North Node, I think you're just dealing with someone who's either in the air element or the fire element. But all right, it looks good. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for your time and energy.